reflects the ocean and stars, but her cry echoes around the simple loss of love in her heart, making this whole fairy tale alive. And sorrow's tender embrace, this was never meant to happen. The light of the day, the only reason you have to stay. Hear me sing my song and just keep holding on. Cinderella, why don't you stay with me tonight? We will dance until midnight comes and we could run away. Oh, we will never ever be apart. Set aside all your fears, this magic lives inside your heart. I am here, would you wanna stay with me tonight? Follow me, we will run across the bridge of fantasy. Oh, all the pain and sadness that you feel, believe in me, hold me close, don't never let me go. Come and stay with me forever. Magic lives so long as I am here.
Hey guys, this Girl Got Game! Welcome to Cinderella Phenomenon and that amazing intro. Wow! I can listen to that song all the time. It's so catchy. And really pretty to watch, too. So yeah, so many of you have recommended this game to me over the past few months, and it looks awesome. Totally up my alley. I can't wait to play this. This looks really, really good. So I fiddled with the settings and stuff. I think I've got the audio at a good level. And so this is a game made by Daisuke. They've made a few games. But this one has been taking the Atomi world by storm lately because so many of you guys have really enjoyed it. A lot of people are playing it right now. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing this. So there is a recommended route order. I won't be playing this by which guy I meet first. I'll be following the route order so that it logically builds up. We're going to be doing Rod's route first. I don't know who Rod is yet. I've been trying to keep myself as spoiler-free as possible. Although in that opening, I saw a guy who very suspiciously looked like Tay with glasses, so I'm probably going to give him Tay's voice when we get there. Can't remember what his name was now. But anyway, actually I think they did have the names at the beginning in the intro. Was Rod the one with the, like, the kind of toy bunny thing on his shoulder? Ah, we'll figure it out. We're gonna start this game and see what it's all about. And hopefully not die along the way. Unless that's what we're going for. But we're gonna try and go for some good endings for a change. So let's start this. We recommend viewing this tutorial if this is your first time playing a Ren'Py visual novel. I mean, I've played a Ren'Py visual novel. But should I view the tutorial anyway? Okay, we'll do that. Welcome to the tutorial, a quick run-through of the shortcuts and functions of Cinderella Phenomenon. Lucette. To advance through text, click the spacebar or enter. Or click with the mouse. And you actually have to do that in order to get to the screen. So if you didn't know that, you were pretty much screwed at the very beginning. Should you miss a line or two while reading, you can always click the back button in the quick menu that is located in the upper right-hand corner of the textbook. Handy. There's a limited amount of times you can roll back to when you use this function. The shortcut for this function is page up. For the lines you have already seen, you can click the skip button to toggle the activation or skip mode. Yes. Keyboard shortcut is tab or holding control. For best experience, you may activate auto forward mode. It could also be deactivated when you advance the text manually. I don't think I'll do that. I went through the in-game menu. Or are those oh, it can be accessed by clicking on the glass slipper or simply pressing right click. Okay. Fancy. In the settings menu, you can customize all that stuff, which I did already. Let's adjust that. Yep. You can have up to 72 save files in the save menu. Save often! You'll want to save often. They can be loaded even while playing the story in case you need to recall the events or reconsider your choices when it's like, you made a bad choice. That concludes the tutorial. Enjoy the Cinderella Phenomenon experience. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there were two crystals. One was the Crystallum Lucis, protected by the ruler of the fairies. The other was the Crystallum Tenebrarum, which was watched over by the High Leader of the Witches. The Lucis was sustained by love, happiness, and joy. The Tenebrarum by fear, anger, and hatred, which leads to the dark side. The fairies and witches lived in harmony with the humans of the kingdom. They regulated the powers of the crystals in order to maintain balance between darkness and light. For there can be no joy without sadness, no courage without fear. The kingdom was at peace for a time. Then one day, a traveling bard decided to write stories, tales of the magic and wonders of the kingdom. He named these stories fairy tales. Look at that, fairy tales in the top corner. In fairy tales, the light always emerged victorious, and true love was the usual reward. The fairy tales spread further than could have been predicted. The humans of the kingdom began to believe that fairy tales were true, and that the magic of the witches was inherently wicked and cruel. Oh no, you turned them into bad guys, silly bard. The witches became hated and feared, and more than that, it seems. Eventually, they were hunted like animals. The witch hunt. The High Leader of the Witches, in all of her anger, created the fairy tale curse.
You think we are wicked? So be it. Just as you have taken our happily ever afters, we shall take yours.
The witches used the fairy tale curse to attack humans indiscriminately, ultimately throwing the kingdom into chaos and darkness. The ruler of the fairies, the Lucis Bearer, sought to regain peace. But the witches were blinded by their hatred for humans, who are responsible for the witch genocide. A terrible war, the Great War, began. Eventually, the Tenebrarum Bearer, the High Leader of the Witches, was finally defeated. The Tenebrarum was lost, peace was restored, and the light once again triumphed. But darkness can never fully disappear. It waits in the shadows, patient for when its time will inevitably return. Sign here, Lucette. I don't know, this is like Little Mermaid stuff going on here. I'm gonna lose my voice. Here we go. How do I... Oh, I have to actually... What am I writing, though? Am I writing, like, her last name? Well... Oh, I can change her name. No. We'll stick with Lucette. Lucette's fine. It's a nice enough name. Prologue, the princess. Sorry I was such a dolt there. Good grief. Well, that's off to a good start. Here we go. My name is Lucette Riella Brighton, daughter of King Gennaro Brighton III. I am the I am the crown princess of the kingdom of Angel. Angel? No. Angel, maybe? At least that was who I used to be. But that was before yesterday, when I became a victim of the infamous fairy tale curse. Ooh, very nice. Oh dear. Well, we're off to a good start. We're in rags. Everyone has forgotten my birthright. Now I am nothing more than a lowly peasant. I feel like I'm stuck in a nightmare. But no, this is my reality now. I still have no idea what I must do to break the curse. This is interesting. I thought she was going to be like actual Cinderella, but she was actually royalty, and then, you know, what's it called? Riches to rags? Riches to rags story instead of a rags to riches story. I close my eyes and remember that day. It had started out like any other day. May Day. Have you heard? Another person was cursed! I am on my way to the dining hall for breakfast when I stop and listen to the sound of hushed voices. Oh, it was hushed.
Have you heard?
There are two maids standing next to each other with brooms in hand. These two are slacking off again.
That's terrible. What fairy tale curse was it? They say it was Pinocchio. Pinocchio? The fairy tale with the lying boy whose nose grows longer? That's awful. You know, more and more people have been getting cursed lately. You think those wicked witches are up to something again? I thought the fairy tale curses would stop after you-know-who was defeated.
You two were hired to work, not talk.
Ah! We're sorry, Your Highness.
As can only be expected from the likes of them. Another fairy tale curse. Fairy tale curse started spreading even before the Great War began. I do not have much interest in its effects even now. After all, most humans probably deserve to get cursed. The victims are weak. Ooh, I'm loving the little hints of the personality of our protagonist already. Snotty aristocrat. It's like, I don't care, as long as I'm not cursed, people suck and they deserve it. Meh. Angel would be better off without the dead weight. I'm just gonna call it Angel. Unless you guys know how this should be pronounced in the comments. Angel just sounds so, like, fancy. Instead of Angel. Angel! I guess Angel. Alright, I'm gonna call it Angel. Until specifically told otherwise, because I know you guys are good about correcting my horrible pronunciation. Thank you for that, in advance. Angel would be better off without the dead weight. If it were up to Mother, the curse would have been banished from Angel the instant they fell prey to it. But Mother's not here anymore. And she will not come back. Ever. Another maid.
Princess, the king and queen are waiting in the dining hall.
I am on my way. The king, Ophelia, and Rod are all present in the dining hall. Rod? Someone is conspicuously missing, but I ignore their absence. Who? King Gennaro. Good morning, Lucette. Good morning, Your Majesty. Good morning, Lucette. Lucette. Ophelia. Ophelia Woodensov. Every day I wonder why my father, the king, married a lowly baker. She's so pretty, look at her! She could never be a true queen, for she pales in comparison to Mother. Meh. I take my seat next to the king, then look up at the person sitting opposite me. Well, that must be Rod. Oh no, we're starting this with me dating my brother. No. I guess it's stepbrother. We have no actual relation, but gosh darn it. Well done. Well done, everyone. We're doing it. We're doing it well. Rod Benedict Woodensov, my stepbrother, is bored and quiet as usual, and he's got a cute little bunny. Look at that. Ugh. He is 2 years my junior and is the younger of Ophelia's children. He is mute and uses a plush bunny to voice his thoughts. Oh, this is gonna be fun. It was apparently given to him by a fairy. He minds his own business and is easy to deal with. But his older sister... My eyes go to the empty seat beside him. She is probably the most infuriating person I've ever had the displeasure of knowing.
Aw. Emmeline. I'm so sorry I'm late. I was reading. I forgot the time.
And here she is.
Good morning, dear father, mother. Good morning, Rod. And good morning to you too, Lisette. It's a beautiful morning, isn't it?
Emmeline Woodensov, Rod's elder sister and my stepsister. She acts as if we are blood, as if she too were born a princess. As if she could be crowned princess. Perhaps steal my place. I will never let that happen.
Now that everyone is here, let us begin.
Butlers glide inside with silver trays to carefully serve us breakfast.
So, Emmeline, you were reading the fairy tale books that the king brought you.
Oh yes! There are so many, and they are all so wonderful. Thank you so much, Father.
I am happy that you like them.
This is... actually, I just realized a little bit of what's going on here. Instead of Cinderella being poor and her father marrying for wealth, in this case, she's a princess whose father married someone lowly, like a baker's wife. Or, not wife. A baker. Anyway. You know. Someone lowbrow in society and brought them up here. Is mother gonna turn on me? Or is it gonna be my father, actually? Maybe maybe Emmeline does become the crown princess. Oh, snap. And I got a sister and a brother instead of two sisters.
I am happy that you like them.
I love them. It's so strange that the library didn't have any of them to begin with. That is because mother hated them. She had all the books burned. But why? They are such charming stories. Fairy tales mislead humans into believing they can have things they do not deserve. Fame, riches, love, happily ever afters. And when their wishes do not come to fruition exactly as they want them to, the humans blame the witches for granting them in the first place.
What are you implying about the witches, Lucette?
The atmosphere shifts, the air in the room growing heavy. I continue to eat. Perhaps witches are not responsible for the evil in this world.
Even now, they still spread the fairy tale curse to our innocent subjects.
The truth is, I know very little about the time the witches had free reign over Angel. I was very young then, and mother forbade me to leave the palace, sometimes even my room. I know nothing of the people's supposed pain and suffering. Mother kept... How do you know the cursed are innocent?
Our people have been toiling day and night to rebuild Angel after the Great War. Our people are the kingdom's foundation, and I am endlessly grateful for their determination and resolve. Every day I wonder what your mother taught you about...
Leave mother out of this. Your children, Ophelia. I do not need your sympathy.
Lucette, you will show your mother respect.
She is not my mother. I set down my fork and knife and stand up. I am done. Excuse me. My father and I have never got on, but our relationship has significantly worsened since he married the baker. My father. The king. It has been 17 years and I have never felt any love from him. He treats Emmeline and Rod, who only entered our life 1 year ago, like his own children, better than he has ever treated me. This has been my life ever since mother passed away 4 years ago. Mother was the only one that was there for me when no one else was. If it wasn't for the accident during the Great War, she would still be here.
Why thus our face so early in the morning, princess?
Man. Oh, you! Hello! Another bowl?
The king, the queen, or Princess Emmeline? Or is it all of them?
I ignore his question. Fritz, what are you doing here so early?
I'm running some errands for my father.
Fitzgerald Aidan Leverton. His father, Sir Alcaster, has served the royal family for many years. Sir Alcaster is one of the king's most trusted advisors. 3 years ago, Fritz was assigned the honor of becoming my personal knight. Ooh. His presence is the only company I can tolerate nowadays. You should wait in the throne room, then.
Thank you.
Well, once since I met you. I just realized I'm like giving him John's voice, who was also a knight, and I got my personal knight. He just got that knightly look, you know? That voice got to come out for the...
Still, I do hope to see you smile one day, princess.
10? Don't tell me you've forgotten. Forgotten what? You're going to town today, remember? I deflate as the real... Back in time.
Lucette, I would like you to accompany Emmeline on one of her town outings.
Surely you could send maids with her instead.
I would not have requested you to accompany her if I was going to send her with her maids. I want you to make an effort to get along with your sister.
Stepsister.
She is your sister, and you will treat her and Rod as if they were of your blood. 2 days from now, you are going to accompany Emmeline out. Ever since then, you have locked yourself away. You barely leave your room, its former glory. I want you to see how beautiful Angeld really is. Are we clear? Lucette.
Understood. The last time I left the palace was 4 years ago, when the king took me. I am safe here.
Princess.
That bad.
The townsfolk are good people.
How can you be so sure?
Times have changed. People change.
That is precisely the problem. Mother never changed. Mother loved me until the end.
Sometimes change is for the see you later.
Oh my goodness, who are you? You're so cute! Delora. Delora, do you think witches are capable of bringing back the dead? I wish you could talk to me. You and the others. Oh my goodness, you're 17 and you still got all these dolls. Wow. Did she stop at 13? Because her mom died? Oh dear. Oh dear, poor girl. Also, is that a Cinderella doll? In the middle? It looks suspiciously like a Cinderella doll. Oh no! It's all connected though. My dolls are my only friends. They are the only ones I can trust. Unlike humans, they will never betray me. You've obviously never played Nameless. They will never hurt me. They will always be there for me. The moment I saw Delora, I knew she was special. She was different. So elegant and realistic, it was almost as if she was breathing. Maybe she's under a fairy tale curse. She was a gift from the king on my 17th birthday. I only started receiving dolls from him when Mother passed away. Mother does not believe in birthday celebrations. But every year, at midnight, a letter would appear under my door. It would contain instructions leading me through the palace on an adventure to a room filled with gifts, cakes, and sweets. A child's dream. I'd been fascinated by the dolls, which had always held a little greeting card. A card with the words, "I love you," on it, signed by M. The card would tell me to keep these celebrations a special secret, but I didn't need to be told that. Mother always found a way to show me she still cared. In her own way. The secret celebrations had stopped as soon as she had disappeared. Oh, she disappeared? Is she our doll? Oh no, that'd be terrible. Yes?
Excuse me, Your Highness. The king has requested your presence.
This better not be another lecture. Tell him I'm on my way. Oh, I love that little bob! That was cute. That was a cute curtsy. I will see you later, Delora.
Ew. Who are you?
Nice earrings, dude. Good morning, Your Highness. Sir Mithras. Sir Mithras, the royal advisor. Probably trying to get rid of me. Father trusts him a great deal, just like he does Sir Alcaster. Every day you look more and more like your mother. I sometimes find Sir Mithras talking to Mother's portrait when he thinks no one is looking. He must have admired her a lot, but I cannot bring myself to think highly of him. There's something about him that puts me on edge, indeed. Are you on your way to see the king? I shall not keep you then. Until our next meeting, dear princess. Right. Your Majesty.
Lucette, are you ready? You will enjoy this, Lucette. I've heard the toy shop has lovely dolls. This will be good for you. You will get to know your sister better, and you will be able to interact with and learn about the people of Angeal, about our subjects.
I will not learn anything I do not already know.
Why do you always believe that the people around you are incapable of good?
Because I have seen how quickly people will betray and manipulate each other to get what they want. Mother warned me about human nature.
You do not see clearly, Lucette. If you would only open your eyes, you would be able to see how good people really are.
I believe I am already quite capable of seeing the true nature of people. After all, I have seen that there is no good in you.
Oof. Lucette,
Where were you when I needed you 4 years ago? Where have you been ever since? Back then, I'd been overflowing with grief and pain. I just lost Mother, my entire world. I had hoped that maybe then he would have shown me love and compassion. Even just a hug to let me know someone was there. It had been a childish hope. I had been left alone. I did not see him for months, had barely even heard his voice. Did it ever occur to you that your father was maybe grieving at the same time? Not that he should have come and comforted you, but still. You cannot rely on anyone but yourself. You cannot trust anyone but yourself. This is what you have taught me, Your Majesty.
I know that I've hurt you. I know that there is nothing I can do to atone for what I did. But please, Ophelia and her children are not a part of that. They do not deserve to be hated.
In the end, they still matter more to him than I ever did.
Lucette.
Enough. I have already said I will go.
Everyone is waiting outside.
I shudder at the thought of leaving the palace after so many years.
Lucette, it will be okay.
How can you be so sure?
Thank you for agreeing to accompany Emmeline.
I would not disobey an order from the king. Excuse me. Another Cinderella doll in the toy shop.
Hello, how can I help?
Viorica?
Viorica! Emmeline! Princess Emmeline, how good to see you!
I trail Emmeline, ignoring her. She embraces her friend. I glance around the small shop. The dolls displayed are nowhere near the quality of the ones in my room. You had the exact same Cinderella doll. Good grief, Lucette. She's so covered. I cannot understand why Emmeline insisted she buy gifts for her friends here. I cannot believe I'm outside the palace.
There is no need to be so tense, Princess. I would never let anything happen to you. Your only job is to relax and enjoy yourself.
You ask the impossible of me.
There's no need to be formal, Viorica. I'm still the same as I was. Oh yes, Rod's come along as well.
Hold on, I want to see. I wanted to see if it says. Well, alright, I'm giving him his voice.
It's been a while, Viorica.
It's good to see you again too, Rod. And I must introduce you to Her Highness, the Crown Princess Lucette.
The look on Viorica's face as she takes a step back from me is all too familiar. Fear.
My apologies for being so rude, Your Highness. Good morning.
What's happening?
And this is Sir Fitzgerald, Sir Alcaster's son.
It is a pleasure to meet you, my lady.
Oh, you're Sir Fitzgerald? You really are as handsome as Emmeline described in her letters.
I'm sorry.
Please don't mind her, Sir Fitzgerald.
He is quite cute.
I'm sorry, Emmeline.
Right.
Gosh, these two, I gave them two similar voices.
What brings you all the way here? Oh, I'm here to get some toys. Gifts for some new friends. Toys from here? Are you sure? Of course I am.
I cross my arms. I would prefer we finish this errand as quickly as possible. She's probably getting you a doll, you dummy.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry, Your Highness.
Princess, I can barely breathe in here. I just want to go back to the palace. Get me out of here. Hey, another new boy. That ain't no lady. That ain't no lady. It's a beautiful man. Good morning. Up until this point, I had always considered Mother to be the fairest beauty in the land. She had nothing on this boy. The lady that walks in proves me wrong. Her beauty is mesmerizing and clearly without peer. Everyone in the shop is openly staring.
Oh, you're early today, ma'am.
I wonder if I should... I have some important errands to run later today. Are the items ready now?
Oh, of course. Let me go and fetch them for you. I'll just be one moment, Emmeline.
Why is she smiling at me?
Here you are, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ah, that lady was beautiful. Right? Any girl standing next to her becomes hopelessly ugly by comparison. Who is she? She's new around town. Some say that she's a fairy.
A fairy? Fairies had saved Angiel from the witches 4 years ago. Everyone considered them our saviors. And yet the fairies are still unable to stop the fairy tale curse from spreading.
Here you go. Thank you so much. No, thank you, Viorica. I hope to drop by again soon. Good. I'll look forward to seeing you again. I hope to see you again soon as well, Rod.
Likewise.
Well, I think that's a good place to stop for now. I'm really loving our protagonist so far. And that beautiful lady, who I don't think is actually a lady, but we'll probably figure that out a lot later on. Anyway, we got introduced to Rod, and we'll hopefully get to some choices next time. I hope you guys have enjoyed what we've done so far today, and I hope to see you in the next video, guys. So, until then, I'll see you later, guys.